Welcome, everyone. I said it first. I interrupted you because I'm stuffed full of ghost strawberry goo. Ghost goo.
It's bubblicious strawberry splash.
Oh my goodness. And it's very gassy.
By ghosts.
Causing. That's
And
right.
it's zero sugar, Rob.
Gas ghosts.
Can you believe that these amazing ghost drinks are
Now, hold
zero
on.
sugar?
Is
And they do a really great job at
Ghost is the
representing
tea,
the
okay.
flavor that they say, except for Tetris. I had a Tetris version, and it was shit.
maybe because it was made in Russia, like Tetris.
It should be. It should be like a Russian delicacy.
You know that Tetris was invented by a Russian dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Fuck off. Welcome, everyone, to watchandcomplain.com
This is what I do.
/biz
I deal with this here, and then I go
Slash
home to my wife, who
Ghost
treats me
Energy.
the same way.
.htm.
I'm a masochist.
We should have, you know what? You should have watchingplay.com /ghost.htm with a picture of the can.
Yeah.
In today's episode, we're talking about clusterfuck,
Isn't it?
which it should have been called.
No, it's true.
Holy moly! It's an alarm.
Brush your teeth
Get to drinking Ghost Woodstock.
instead. It was called Clusterfuck. The Woodstock
It was 99.
story, but they decided to change it so it wouldn't deter people from watching, I guess.
I'd watch.
So
I
it's
believe
called
I
what?
have watched shows Clusterfuck. Trainwreck.
Trainwreck instead now.
Which I thought, wasn't there an Amy Schumer movie called Trainwreck? I could have swore there was. I
Well,
mean,
as long as you do colon, you can put whatever you want after.
It's a good point.
Trainwreck, the clusterfuck story. Oh,
Now,
darn.
that is a movie I would watch about colons.
Or appendixes, right?
Don't get back on appendixes.
For 20 minutes.
I have a story.
Okay.
It's not my
You
story,
went to Woodstock.
but a friend of mine has a story from a friend of his. So it's a friend of a friend. A friend of a friend. Yeah, okay. So it's a friend of a friend.
That person got raped at Woodstock.
And I was talking about, we watched this show, Trainwreck, and he was like, he watched it with a friend of his who went to Woodstock. Him and 3 other people went to Woodstock 99. And he says, if he had to put it into percentages, 80% of all this story is bullshit. He says, there was fires there, but he goes, if you were a moron, so if you were a stupid person, yes, that would all of this would have happened to you. Him and his, not him, but sorry, his friends.
Okay, yeah.
The group of friends that went there, well, hold on. They were intelligent enough, A, they brought their own sleeping bags.
Yeah.
B, they brought enough water for 3 days.
Great.
And they knew going in, because they had read all the stuff that had been given to them, who was on last, who was on first, who was going to end each night. They knew all that. They did the whole fucking Abbott and Costello routine.
Third pace.
Third pace.
I don't know.
Yes, who was on third pace?
Oh, fuck off.
But so he says, like, the whole idea he said the one thing that bothered him the most was they tried to make this big ordeal that they pretended that something was going on after Red Hot Chili Peppers. Everybody knew nothing was after Red Hot Chili Peppers. No one in the audience thought there was. And then they started leaving as soon as all the fires started. They were like, it wasn't that, hey, we're leaving because of the fires. They were like, all right, everything's over, time to go.
Yes, but you should.
Yeah, leave when the fires start.
I get that point of view, but you can't say that it's bullshit. Everything that was said happened.
Right.
It's just where do you put the focus?
Okay,
and in
it's
a
not
thing like
bullshit.
this, you kind of have to.
But it was almost like, hey, you know what? There's a car fire right here. So we're watching this car fire, but we've moved it off the highway, so all of the other cars are moving normally. And the news report, oh my God, there was a car fire in the 401. The car is burned to a cinder. But you're not talking about all the other people that are going, nope. They're correct, but they're overemphasizing this small detail of everything else is going fine.
It's a docu-series that is about what bad happened at this event.
Yeah, and I get it, but
it's like the Fire Fest.
They try to sell it that the entire thing was anarchy.
Yeah.
And hearing... Jesus Christ!
I ruined your table.
I didn't even stain the table yet, you son of a bitch. I don't think there's a towel in there. No, there's a towel in the laundry room. Now this table's ruined.
Well, you'll find a way to fix it. You had me over.
Now, no one can see this, but Phil is toilet papering his ghost that he spilled over because he couldn't find a towel in the bathroom. That is my fault, though. I don't have any towels in that bathroom because it's like a secondary bathroom that only me and the boys use. Oh, that's true. You could just... The other what? It's in the laundry room. The thing I was pointing to.
Talk about the Woodstock.
This whole thing has got to be left in because I'm going to be talking about Woodstock and how Keith, I'm going to do a shout out to Keith here. He never watched this show, but that's all right. He said that his friends went to it and they said that, yes, they saw a lot of that happening, but there should be like a pink towel somewhere in there. Maybe it's on the ground or in a hamper. It might be in a hamper.
Oh my god, I should have sent you.
I can go, but you have to sit down first, and then I'll go. Like we tag each other off, like some of the people at Woodstock were doing.
Depends if you just want it to dry.
All right, I'll go get the towel that fucking Phil couldn't find.
I'll end up spilling again.
Don't
it's
knock
probably
over
bad.
my drink.
I'll edit it. Is that what you want me to do? So I watched Woodstock. I'm just gonna stop and I'm gonna edit out. Yes.
All right, so but for me, what I thought of it. So with Keith's friends, they said that it emphasized too much in the things that did happen, but were not as big a deal as the show made them out to be.
As they should.
Yeah, I kind of knew a couple of things that happened. I was not of the
Persuasion? No.
not of the group. I wasn't the focus, the demographic. That's what I'm looking for.
Okay.
That would go to
Well, how old were
Woodstock.
you?
Oh fuck, was it 99? So I was born in 77, 87, 97. I was 22.
So yeah, you could have gone for sure.
I could have. It was not my scene. I enjoyed a little bit of Limp Bizkit, not a lot. I enjoyed a little bit of Korn. I enjoyed the Red Hot Chili Peppers, but there was really I could give two fucks about not Sarah McLachlan, the other one, the annoying
Where
hippie.
was it located?
Woodstock, New Jersey.
Yeah, so it was close enough that that one could do a road trip from here.
But I could care less for
from where were you?
No, I could care less for the
Windsor?
majority. Windsor.
I don't know. Where did you move from?
Brampton,
where did
Brampton.
you-
So Toronto.
Is that okay? So yeah.
But no, it wasn't. I wouldn't go to a concert for those bands. Just no interest.
Korn.
I'm not going to go to it for a 3-day show
Limp
for fucking
Bizkit
Korn.
would be a fun one to go to.
I
I was a fan.
I was a fan, but I was like an fan. Like if it was like fucking Slayer, Pantera, Megadeth, or Metallica, one of those I would have gone to see. But I think Metallica was there too, but I don't remember. Who cares? Maybe Metallica was the '94 one. There was a '94
Red
one.
Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili Peppers closed
that
it.
would be worth it.
But I wouldn't go
not
see.
for the clothes because that was all messed up.
Like
right?
fucking Jewel was there. I could care less for
How
fucking
weird.
Jewel.
Or James Brown.
James Brown opened it. Like no. But yeah, it wasn't my
Trance nights.
nope. Fatboy Slim would have been fun to see, but again, he's just
but
an
that
old
got
white
messed
dude.
up too.
It was fine, but and I'd already known like a bunch of the shit that had happened. It was fun to see it in a documentary. There's been other documentaries about it.
Did we already discuss what our favorite concert experience was?
Probably not.
Like personally?
No,
Okay, you go.
that's a
Favorite
hard one
concert.
because I've been to so many because I'm such a musical
None
connoisseur.
Stand out to you?
One to stand out. The AC/DC concert was surprising. I had a fucking ball at AC/DC. I had a ball at the Aussie shows I've been to, but
I think we
probably
did discuss this on the show.
I think so.
Whatever.
Probably, I think the AC/DC was fun. Both the Megadeths were a lot of fun. The second Megadeth went on for so long because Dave Mustaine kept on coming back out and doing more and more encores,
Yeah,
which
I
was a
love
lot of
when they do
fun.
that.
Yeah, so if I was forced to choose, it would probably be the AC/DC. I had a ball at AC/DC.
Mine was Linkin Park. Best
I probably rolled my eyes first time you told me that
best
as well.
show. Yeah, I think you did. Simple Plan was really good. I didn't know anything of them, and they were playing at Ottawa U
Okay.
for their opening. Ottawa U, the opening season, whatever you call it. You know, here they have like the road party.
Head?
No, you do that to yourself.
If I could, I fucking would.
Anyway, Simple Plan
Too
was
fat.
surprisingly good. Disturbed.
Oh, that would have been fun.
I've gone to 2 of their concerts, I think. I dislocated a knee in a mosh pit in one of their concerts. Mindless Self-Indulgence. Love him and his band.
I went and saw
Birthday Massacre.
I went and saw, I believe, the first Ozfest, and it was my first up close, real view of a circle pit. I'd seen circle pits in like videos and stuff like that, but I'd never seen one in real life. And seeing the circle pit during Slayer, they were touring on the Roots album, and man alive, that pit fucking terrified me because by the time it was done, like you could see blood streaks on the fucking ground from where people have been fighting and beating the shit out of each other. It was scary.
It's a mosh pit is weird, and the thing is, it's like there is actually a community.
Yeah,
and there's rules. There's like unwritten rules to mosh pits. If someone falls down, you help them up.
Yep.
Like you would do unto others as you would like.
Well,
there's always assholes, though.
Of course there is. That's why I love every Slayer show. I've never been to a Slayer show, too afraid. But every Slayer show, I've had friends that have gone to Slayer shows, and Tom Araya, every single fucking show, he'd be like, you see a guy going down, you help him out. He goes, we're all here to fucking help each other out. You guys can beat the shit out of each other, throw each other around, but you see someone go down, you help them out. Yeah. And I like that. You know, you think of a band like Slayer, and everyone's like, they're fucking devil Satanists. I'm like, no, everybody's having a good time, but they're like, dude, you see somebody fucking going down, you help them out.
You know it's a shit crowd when people are doing the crowd surfing and they fall down and no one
picks them up. Yeah.
And it's like, what is wrong with you people?
Well, the worst, I went and saw, I think it was our version of the Lollapalooza at Molson Park. Crap. Leslie and I were just talking about this, and we forgot the name and then remembered it. Whatever it was. It was a Molson Park. It was Big Sugar, Our Lady Peace, Tea Party, a whole bunch of Canadian bands. And it was a lot of fun. But no, I saw a bunch of crowd surfing, and I hate it when, like, look, girls want to crowd surf just as much as guys do.
Oh yeah, I have friends who did it.
Don't fucking grab at them. That's so gross.
It's weird how for the time it was commonplace and you just accepted it because you couldn't do anything about it.
I saw them doing it during. Funny enough, I was during the crowd. I don't know, for some reason I was down in the pit for an I Mother Earth part, which I don't know. Don't ask me why I was down in the pit for I Mother Earth.
What's your favorite?
But yeah, I saw these girls being crowd surfed, and I would try to like help out. Like sometimes you inadvertently touch an ass, but it's not like you're grabbing the fucking ass, right? You're just trying to hold them up.
There's people that are doing that.
Dude, you can see guys trying to like pull their bras off and shit. I'm like, stop fucking doing that, man. That's one, it's mean.
You find the chauvinistic people in the audience.
Those guys fucking suck, and I love watching those guys get fucking booted by security or other guys in the audience that fucking kick the shit out of them.
On the other side of that, I did security for concerts, and I would be the guy pulling down people from crowd surfing, and we were nice about it. Yep. Like, we understood it's part of the thing. Yep. A lot of people are
anybody
like,
that ever pulled me out of it. Yep.
Security is going to kick us out. No, that's fine. The bands will come to security and go,
that's right.
We're allowing it. We know that it happens at our show. Just make sure people are safe as much as you can. Mm-hmm. And people would be surprised how many bands say that before the show to the security. Mm-hmm. So there was one time where people were getting out of hand. I can't remember what show it was. I think it was
Madonna.
I think it was like a Metric show or something like that.
What's Metric?
Metric? They're an amazing Canadian band.
I bet they were.
Just great.
Were they anywhere as good as 5440?
Love Shack? I don't know. No?
Who sang for it? Maybe I don't know. Who cares? Tell us your story.
you totally like broke
B-52s. That's who sings the Love Shack song. I knew it had fucking letters and words. And I was like, fuck.
Thank you. So I wasn't crazy. Anyway. So one time at, I would say in Ottawa, at Lansdowne, for a security company I won't mention, some people were getting out of line in the mosh pit. It might not have been a Metric show. It might have been something else. But it ended up where we could figure out who was the problem and who was like totally acting out in the mosh pit against what they should be doing. One of the security guards jumps the rail and boots the guy in the face. Like totally like does like a wrestling high boot type thing and just pummels him and takes him out.
Nice.
And it's like, it's one of those things where it's like, if you're security, you can get away with that kind of thing, but only to assholes.
Yeah. And no one's gonna fucking say boo because they want him out as well.
No, because you take them out to the police and you tell the police what they were doing, and they're like, yeah,
Yep.
we'll take them.
What are we talking about?
Woodstock.
Woodstock. So yeah, it's fine.
I would have loved Limp Bizkit. I would have loved. The crowd was insane for Limp Bizkit.
Yeah, but see, there's a crowd that's like going crazy and breaking shit and pulling the place apart. And I won't blame Limp Bizkit. You invite Limp Bizkit to
yeah.
a show, they're gonna be fucking Limp Bizkit.
You got to know what you're getting yourself into. But the whole point of this, well, not the whole point, but something that was said in the show is like they did not vet what was going to happen.
Fuck no.
They were just like, yeah, we got this band that's popular.
It's gonna
right
be
now.
peace and love.
They talk about their
Everybody
kooky.
will respect. Everybody will respect each other. Like, give me a break. Like, and it's funny. When I was watching it with the girls, I was like, this is the height, and probably not the height. Maybe every fucking decade's been the height, but I feel like it was one of the heights.
Of chauvinism?
If not, no, of white entitlement, where if you were a guy and you were white, you could do whatever you want. You can touch whoever you want inappropriately. You can say whatever you want to anyone. Nothing's going to happen.
This
to you.
is the biggest example of being able to get away with it.
Yeah. Yep.
Even though you're looked down on if you're found out, but like who was found out in this whole thing?
Yep.
Maybe like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah.
Out
And
of
what did they get for it? Like a slap in the wrist.
hundreds.
How many girls came forward and said, "Hey, I was raped," and what happened to them?
Well,
right?
it's the sign of that time where it's like you got raped in that situation, accept it.
Yeah,
Instead
that's it.
of-
Also, it's the, hey, you were doing drugs. If you were doing drugs, that's basically asking for it. I mean, how much of a fucking pig do you need to be to have the attitude of, hey, you were doing drugs, so you invited this sexual assault upon yourself?
Or not just drugs, any reason saying you asked for it.
Yeah, that's bullshit. It's like those are the same assholes that like, if your daughter's just wearing a bra outside, she's asking for it. I'm like, fuck you.
If that was a reason, I would do drugs more often.
If that was a reason, I would wear a bra outside all the time so I get gangbanged by Limp Bizkit fans.
Lots of people say I should wear a bra all the time.
I should wear a bra. Anyway, Woodstock.
This was 3 episodes, and I enjoyed every single one of them. I
enjoyed
wanted
them, yep.
more.
No, I enjoyed them. I think it told the story it needed to. But much like the Fire Festival movie, Firefest, I think it was just called,
Yeah.
it had half an hour of story that it stretched into like 3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
But I enjoyed it. I'm never going to watch it again, but I enjoyed it.
I am curious and haven't looked into it yet to see if anyone has uploaded the pay-per-views.
Oh, yeah, fuck.
Because like
Probably,
there would be a lot of content there.
Yeah, that's a good
and I
point.
bet it's boring.
Yeah.
I bet it's boring to watch, but it would be really cool to watch that
would-
concert footage.
I feel like it'd be fun to watch as it started getting seriously out of hand, watching the
hosts.
MTV guys try to like, yeah, everything's great. Especially that douchebag Kurt Loder. Kurt Loder amazed me when it came to MTV. And Beavis and Butthead really pointed it out first. Because Beavis and Butthead were like, what are you, like, fucking 40? And you're around here with a bunch of like 20-year-olds and you're trying to act all hip? Like, go away. Why are you here?
Yeah.
And when you see Kurt Loder like talking to this fucking hot young 23-year-old girl, and he's like this old 45-year-old guy like me, and he's like, "So, what's down, Hep Cat? Are you enjoying Linkin Park? Are you enjoying Limp Bizkit?" And you're like, "Dude, get the fuck out of here."
Well, Canadians didn't get MTV for the longest time.
Yeah,
And we had much music.
Beavis, yeah, Beavis and Butthead is where I watch much
So,
music. Or much music is where I watch Beavis and Butthead.
Until I don't even know. But
Did you know MTV still exists?
yeah,
That's fucked.
it's only there for like teen pregnancy shows. and
Nothing wrong with teen pregnancy.
So the thing that really got
I was a
people
pregnant
wanting it
teen.
in Canada was the Jackass.
The Jackasses in
time.
Canada wanted it?
Jackass, Wild Boys,
Yeah.
Bam Margera, whatever his show was
Sure.
called. I watched them. I enjoyed
Yeah,
them.
that was something I never got into.
Which is odd.
Never got
It's-
into Jackass.
I love finding these things that I feel like you're obviously like you should love,
No.
and like it's your humor.
I tried it.
I
I
would
tried.
think.
I tried the first Jackass movie, and I was like, "It's fine. It's just stupid." Like like.
You laugh at stupid stuff all the time.
But that's what was funny. Like everyone was like, "How do you not like Jackass, but you fucking love Beavis and Butthead and Trailer Park Boys?" I'm like, I don't
Yeah.
know. There's something about those shows that appeal to me that Jackass just doesn't.
Like, didn't you say you're not into Rick and Morty? And that
No.
seems to be your comedy too.
But see, Rick and Morty I don't like because I think Dan Harmon's a douchebag.
you think they're trying too hard.
That, and I think Dan Harmon's a douchebag.
I think they're smart,
But also,
witty.
Dan Harmon's a douchebag.
Okay, I'm looking forward to this next season.
You know what I don't like
Woodstock.
about Rick and Morty?
The
Remember
point,
Woodstock when Dan Harmon, the douchebag, shows up?
the point is this whole festival, they just weren't prepared.
Also, it was, and I think you kind of knew this going in, but absolutely monetary driven. Like it was all, there was no, we're here. Like when you look at the original Woodstock, I'm not saying that it was, didn't have any sort of monetary reward, but it felt like a celebration of music and people. Whereas when you looked at this one, it was like, hey, we're selling this, we're selling that, we're selling this, we're selling that. It felt monetary.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of where concerts have gotten wrong, especially the ones that are outside
Yep.
and have Coca-Cola come in or some other company.
Yep. Charge like $20 for a bottle of water.
And it's still, and it, to this day, has not been fixed. This is how it is.
Oh, fuck. I like Ticketmaster. Like,
Don't
dude,
get me
I remember
started.
buying tickets to like fucking shows when I was a kid, and they were like, I was like, wow, $40. That's crazy. And now you want to go to a concert, you're paying like $200 a fucking ticket. What the fuck is up with that?
I can't comment too much on Ticketmaster because of certain reasons. But
Fuck those guys.
I agree. And side story, not Ticketmaster itself, but
you had appendicitis when you were at security.
I wanted to go to the AEW wrestling event that's coming to Toronto in like October. Okay. And I thought, yeah, I'll get like $20 nosebleed tickets where it's going to be in the Ricoh Coliseum. So it's a small 6,000 venue like our arena, right?
Kinkst Arena.
So they go there for 2 nights for 2 TV shows. And I would think tickets would be anywhere between $300 and $300.
Oh, dollars. $300 and $20.
$320.
I think meant $320.
$20 tickets to $300 tickets for like ringside, you know? No. Tickets ended up being about like somewhere in the thousands per
Holy
seat
moly.
at the front. And the cheapest tickets were like 140 or 200
Yikes.
something. And I was like, nope. That's
that.
too much. Like, because I would have to then pay hotel
Yeah.
and transportation and even just me. That's still a lot of money.
Fucking right.
Just to go.
Not to mention all the hookers that you got to get.
I paid less. Okay, that's not true. But kind of around the same amount to go to WrestleMania in Florida,
Including the hookers, though.
including the hookers.
Holy moly. Especially that one that looked like John Cena.
But that's the whole thing. I hate ticket prices these days because although some places have them really cheap, you can still go to headliner main events at even our arena or wherever and get like the nosebleed $20 seats. That's fine. Great. Give us that option.
Yep. Well, I went and saw the Rollins show in downtown Kingston. I think our tickets were like $50, but that's
What
fine.
location?
Oh, fuck, I don't know. Down...
Was it the art center or is that gone?
No, I think it's the Art Center. I don't know. Who cares? The point is, it was like $50, $60, whatever. You go in there. There was a dude selling. He had 2 T-shirts, and he wasn't trying to sell to anybody. He was just in there, and it was just like, hey, Henry Rollins might make like $10 on this. That guy makes $20 on him. Tickets.
It's kind of like a wrestling show.
Yeah, but it was not monetary driven. I know just from
I mean, an independent wrestling show.
from following Henry Rollins throughout a good chunk of his career, I know this is what he does. He loves to go to fucking just random towns and do stuff, and it was a great fucking show. I'm not going to pay $300 to go to that show, but I'll pay like $50, $60 to go see it.
Yeah. Tom Green's coming to town for 40.
Great, Tom
But I'm not
fucking
going.
Green. What is funny about Tom Green? Nothing.
I liked his old Jackass stuff before it became Jackass because he
I
did
remember
it first. I'm
that
just
show
saying.
started, and I was like, everyone was like, "Oh, Canadian Tom Green."
Wait. Okay, you say that show started. Are you talking about started on MTV /
Yeah, the little skits.
That's
that he
not
would
where
do.
it started.
Well, he had the little skits, and then they gave him his own show.
No.
Oh.
He started in Rogers 22 in Ottawa.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
At the community station, and I watched I was one of those people, one of the early fans who used to watch all his old stuff. I was really into it. I was a kid, right? And then he got picked up by comedy, whatever the comedy
Central,
channel in Canada was.
Oh, you don't remember?
He did a couple seasons of that.
Yeah, the Tom Green show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, well, it was always the Tom Green show. And then he got picked up by MTV
Oh.
and became a bigger situation. And then got into movies and did his own rap music.
Tom Green sucks. I'm sorry.
I'm an old school fan, and I know too much.
He's Canadian.
I love
and
him.
We all love our Canadians, but dude, like there's some Canadians that just need to disappear. Like Alanis, thank God she's fucking finally pretty much disappeared off the face of the map. But she's, man alive, Alanis sucked. She was fucking terrible.
She was known, yeah.
Whew, she was bad.
Woodstock.
I would not watch it again, but I did enjoy it.
Well, it's not one of those things that you really watch again, but it was really enjoyable to watch and to learn all these things about it, even though it was hyper sensational.
I'm still trying to remember what that fucking Molson Park festival thing was.
I went to one in Toronto that was
Trana.
audio slave. Is that?
Oh, nice. I went and saw Soundgarden.
Are they the Through the Fire and Flames?
No, that's Dragon.
No, I wanted to
Force.
go to audio. So Dragon Force was there. Slipknot was there.
Nice. That would have been nice to see.
The girl that I was into at the time wanted to go see it for Slipknot.
The girl that you were into at the time?
I will not discuss this. Maybe.
Fuck!
So there was a lot of great bands at this one. It just wasn't my
My
favorite.
fucking knee. I built this table too well.
I
I just
also-
cracked my fucking knee on the middle thing and almost busted it.
I also lived in Ottawa, which has Blues Fest.
Ooh.
So I went to see Akon. That was a really good show because he came out of the event area, went into the street, was paraded around while singing in the rain.
Nice.
It was amazing. I don't know where I'm going with that.
No one cares about the rest of your fucking
This show
shows that you've been at
this,
or on.
or working for, and continue to this day now working for.
Aren't you cool?
Well, I went to the wrestling event. But
Did you wrestle in it?
No, I was.
Then why the
I was
fuck talk about it?
I was a ticket taker.
You should have been in the wrestling event. When you took their ticket, you should have been like, fucking bonesaw.
I definitely watch Woodstock, no matter what it's called, clusterfuck or
Cluster stock.
cluster.
Cluster stock, 99.
Netflix needs to hire us just so that we can just keep going on like a separate.
We're on the, so when the show starts, instead of automatically starting, it goes to our review of each show, and you got to watch that for half an hour before you go
We
to the
spoil
actual
it.
fucking show.
We should just be after, like the credits hit. No one knows that we're at the end.
Stingers will die. So if you want to get rid of stingers, you just put us at the end of fucking everything, and you'll kill fucking
Let's
stingers
just
forever.
go on Netflix YouTube channel because that's not popular. Ooh.
Isn't it?
Anything they do is just too much. It's just like, guess what's on the channel today? It's like, oh, today we have the stars of See You Next Tuesday and Please Breathe Slowly.
Remember YTV? They would have those little segments like in between shows
Yes.
where the people like
I loved it.
acting with puppets and shit. There was one dude. Remember there was a
DJ
Asian,
Fresh Phil is
Was
the
that the
best
Asian dude?
guy. Yeah.
Yeah, who played the guitar and shit. That guy was
Yes.
awesome. But there were
Around the
some other
time
guys.
of Reboot.
There were some other guys that were just way too excited.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, dude, calm the fuck
But they
down.
were paid to do that.
But that DJ Phil guy, he always fucking made me
was
laugh
like
because he was like he had no
regular
interest to
dude.
be there, but he was just fucking around in his guitar and stuff. That guy was
Do
fun.
you remember that he would...
Don't break my table. You already pissed all over it.
We're seeing if it can last after you put it together. Did you remember that for these DJs, that's what they called them?
What? No, VJs.
Yeah, video DJs.
I know what it's called.
They would talk to a puppet or something.
Yep. That's
And
what the fucking...
What
that's
was
what
Fresh Phil's?
It was a little... I want to say green or purple. Was he a frog?
I'll remind you. You'll mind blown. It was a purple,
Purple, yeah.
okay, slime TV.
Was it really?
Do you remember? Like it was a TV covered in slime, and it had weird arms, and it was just a voice.
Yep.
And it was hilarious.
My
It was
favorite
great.
thing that I remember from DJ Will or Phil or whatever
I'll try
the
to
fuck
put a
his name
picture back there, man.
is he had this car. He's playing his guitar and
I
he's
think
talking.
it was DJ Fresh Phil.
He's talking to
VJ.
Purple the Mud Puppet, and he says, "Hey,
Purple the Mud
so
Puppet.
whatever the fucking puppet's name was." He says, "Mud Puppet."
I think it's Splat or something.
Don't remember. He's playing his guitar. He's like, "Hey, I was at a thing opening for Last Action Hero," and Splat was like, "Oh, what was that like?" And he's like playing his guitar. "Oh, I met Arnold Schwarzenegger. I didn't meet him, but I'm standing in line and I put the thing up and I was like, Arnold, what's it like to be in this movie?" And then he goes back to his guitar and he goes, "You know what Arnold said to me?" He's like, "What? What did he say to you?" He said, "Go to Planet Hollywood," and walk by. And he was like, "What is this guy talking about?" It's like, this has nothing to do with anything. I was like, that guy is fucking cool. I like this guy a lot. And that's
when I play the clip.
DJ Fresh Phil.
See if it's
You'll
anything,
find it on YouTube.
I bet I will. He was the most popular. There was a girl that was also secondary.
Don't
most
remember,
popular.
but I do remember him.
But that was around the time of Reboot Beast Wars, which was called Beasties in Canada.
I like Reboot. Reboot had an X-Files episode.
Going
which
to
was fun.
Pizza Hut and getting the Reboot figures every Tuesday because you ate free on Tuesdays.
I didn't eat.
Yeah, your parents just brought the leftovers into the car.
And they're like, "Here, have
Throw
this
it in the
Reboot
trunk.
figure. You can have his leg, and the next fucking week he'll get his arm."
Thank you for watching.
We apologize that you've been watching Complain.
Next episode, we'll be covering...
I'm cutting it off. What are we talking about? Something. You'll see it.